It is I, Ryder, the only person on the planet who can solve the murder of Jean Garson with my magical hologram friend who solves all of my problems. Hello.
I'm Jean Garson.
Hello there, neighbor. I'm Jean Garson, the founder of the Andromeda Initiative. I thought you might like to hear more about our plans.
Sam, can we hear that message Garson talked about?
Unlocking it now. Rerouting to our private channel.
For years, there was a silent partner involved with the initiative. The truth is, I was running out of money. Then a benefactor stepped in. I didn't ask questions. I never met them face to face. That was a mistake. I lied to everyone. Something big spooked them in the Milky Way, and now they're moving 100,000 of us to Andromeda. I hope it's all for the good, but I have my doubts. And now I think they're going to remove me. Alec Ryder and I had a code word for this. Fulcrum. He may have learned more.
What did that mean? Something big in the Milky Way?
Perhaps your father's locked memories hold the answer. He might have known more.
We're glad you
Yeah. Guess I'll have to keep unlocking them to find out for sure.
It's too dumb now. It got really dumb. That was the part where it got especially dumb. The whole Alec Ryder locked memories thing was already really silly, but now it reached a peak now where we're literally trying to investigate a murder and can't proceed because my dad's being a dick. Also, yeah, she sounds exactly like she sounds in Sense8. She's doing the exact same voice and everything. I don't know if she even can do voices. Back in the apartments area, because I am still supposed to meet up with Peebee.
Unlocking. Come on in. Ta-da! My project. She is complete.
She?
Looks like a she to me. Just a proof of concept. I stripped out its remnant command prompts to see if I could power it up myself. It worked! Now I can build a field model with combat protocols that fights for you. So, what do you think?
You've outdone yourself, Peebee. Let Suvi and Gil eyeball it, then fast-track the combat model for me.
I'd hoped you'd be happy. Oh no, I forgot to lock the... Shit.
My, Pellisaria. Didn't know you were still using this hole. Who's your friend?
Kalinda, this is Ryder.
Oh, everyone knows the human Pathfinder. I meant, who's your remnant friend?
None of your business, Kalinda.
Of course it isn't. That's what makes it so interesting. Don't be so hostile, babe.
No reason we can't all be civil, right?
Exactly.
But you are kind of trespassing, so...
Now. I was just concerned something might have happened to my dear old friend. I'm sorry for the intrusion, Pellisaria. I'm just relieved to see you moving on. Ta-ta.
I'll walk you out. So, want to talk about it?
Oh, Kalinda and I go way back. We joined the initiative together. For a long time, we were like family. Now we're not. When you live 1,000 years, Ryder, people come and people go. Entanglements are silly. Just like places. Time to pack this one up. I'm done with it.
But how can you give all this up?
Ha! Watch me. Easy come, easy go.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised she even had an apartment to begin with, considering she likes to hang out in the escape capsule. Peebee's research has unlocked the remnant VI power. This power will allow Ryder to call upon Zap, a controllable remnant observer. You can find this power in the tech skills screen. Huh. Okay.
I'll pack up my new pet and essentials. See you back on the Tempest.
So basically I can summon an ally, which would be cool, except for the part where I'm pretty sure since it's on the tech screen, it's gonna take up a skill slot, right? That kind of blows. Where is it? Let's see. Remnant VI, there it is. So it'll take up a slot. And it likely scales based on how much you're invested in the tech tree in general. Cool though, new skill. That suggests that I'll probably be able to get a new biotic skill from going down Korra's chain then, since she's the biotic character that's actually trained with the Asari and everything. I'm going to go ahead and just expect that to happen. So the moment we get back, Peebee has email for me. Whoa, we have a lot of email going on here, apparently. Holy crap. Alright. What a coincidence. I had to turn in the weapons mission anyway. Okay, so the Angara have a place they call the Repository of History. I know, sounds super dull. They need someone with more of a flair for naming things, huh? Next time you're running around Aya, could you see me there, will ya? Peebee. Okay. You were right. Mildred Womsis. You probably won't remember me, but I stopped you on the Nexus and bent your ear about the Angara on our station. You told me to get to know them, and I've done my best too. They seem thoughtful and worthy of our trust, so yeah, you should keep doing what you're doing. Good luck out there. I blame you. From Gilter Ryder. You know that guy Bailey you ran into on the Nexus? Whatever you said to him, he decided to reach out to me, forwarding this message. Gil, I hope you are well. Our time working together on Nexus was invigorating, and I'm sure you are invigorating your colleagues on the Tempest now. I envy them and your Pathfinder, but I suppose the work you're doing now and the pioneers you're supporting need and probably deserve to be invigorated more than the rest of us. Okay. It drones on for like 6 pages like that, before he asks me if I'd like to get a drink. I feel invigorated now, don't you? Gil. From Lexi. Ryder, I appreciate you coming to find me on the Nexus. I apologize for running off like that. It was unprofessional and won't happen again. One day, when things calm down, we should get drinks for real. Unwind like friends. Purely platonic, of course. Lexi. It's Anan Tamari, your ship's doctor. Pathfinder, your ship's doctor has been in the vortex a fair amount lately, alone. It's not my business to meddle in customer business, just poor, but you might want to see how she's doing. Anan. Weird. I checked my messages right before I went to the Nexus, and that was not in my inbox yet. So, it's almost like that's doomed to only arrive in your inbox after you've already resolved the situation? Seems like it. So when we first got to I remember I got 2 quests from 2 different characters, one sending me to Vold, one sending me to Havarl, and now we've finally been to Vold, so I've got those weapons.
You came back?
I have bad news. Your supplier, Caldo, the Ket got him.
Thank you for confirming how he died. You have his supplies?
Caldo ran weapons for the Resistance. You were his contact.
Good, good. Continue.
Ephra asked you to test me, see how I'd handle myself.
And I told him you were smart.
The Ket had your weapons. I got them back.
Yes, all of them. And Caldo's killer's dead. This is good. You're honest, Pathfinder. Reliable. I'll tell Ephra you did well.
How many more of these tests do I have to pass?
We don't trust outsiders. But maybe we can work with you. Need to get the weapons where they belong, but Caldo would want me to help you. I have things you can use, and I want to see your credits for myself. Trade?
Think I'm getting the better deal. All you walk away with is a number.
True. But who knows what that number will be worth someday. My inventory's open to you. Anything you need.
Hello. Spells RPGs. Fluid sack. Alright. Bunch of different resource types. Power-ups. Other resources. This guy's own stock. Sure. Stuff worth investigating in the future whenever I'm trying to stock up on something specific. He told Ephra I was smart. Based on what? Of our previous interactions, I wonder? Huh. Anyway. I was gonna go to Peebee. What's going on over there? Someone's over here?
When you have a Pathfinder, this is a tremendous honor. I must express my admiration for all you've done. Crossing the void between galaxies. Navigating the Scourge to find Aya. Incredible.
The odds were against us, that's for sure.
Yet here we are. Strangers from different galaxies conversing in friendship. Extraordinary. I am Mariko Darej, Chief Voneron.
It's a privilege to meet you. Tell me about yourself.
I'm something of a Pathfinder myself. I am a celestial observer, charting the movements of stars, planets, and the Scourge.
An astronomer. You know the safe routes out there?
We deploy satellites that alert us to new hazards and opportunities. But we've lost contact with several key observers. They've simply stopped. I sent a vessel to scan their last known locations, but nothing's been found. Your Tempest is highly advanced. I hoped you could aid our search.
Even Pathfinders need a good map. I'll look into it.
I knew you'd understand. I'll provide search nav points. And when I can finally reconcile our charts with fresh satellite data, I'll gladly share all we have.
Well, alright then. But first, Peebee wants to meet with me in a museum. What's that guy doing?
Any news? Do the numbers look good?
What are you doing?
I didn't mean the same day. Give it a little time. I was just thinking.
I'm not sure what he's supposed to be doing. Are you the gardener? I don't know if you're allowed. You're probably out of bounds a little bit, touching everything. But also he's not touching anything, he's just posing at it. He almost looked like he was trying to photograph the plant, but he didn't have anything in his hands. What you doing? Are you calibrating a wall? Oh yeah, calibrate the shit out of that wall. That flat marble wall with no... Oh, he's knocking on it. Yeah, you hammer with that tool that you're definitely not holding. As you press buttons, I think? I guess? What the fuck are you supposed to be doing? What are you doing, sir? Are you... Oh, you're drunk. I can... Alright. That's completely acceptable. What are you doing? You braiding the plant's hair? With the same animation the other guy was doing? You're definitely like screwing something on. And then hammering it. But that's a plant? Yep, that's a hammer. Man. The attention to detail is just non-existent here. Look, same guy. At least, look, that's the only guy who looks like he's using it on the right thing. He's still not using a tool, and he's not touching it correctly, and nothing makes sense, but at least that's actually a mechanical object doing the same animation instead of, like, a flat wall with, like, some painting on it. Here's the guy that... I think that's the same pose the other guy was doing when they were looking at the... What is he? Is he typing on the floor? I think he's typing on the floor. My immersion.
Getting acquainted with our new neighbors?
Sort of. All this stuff. The Angara sure do have a rich culture and blah, blah, blah.
You're sauced, aren't you? What's your poison?
I visited that cafe the Angara consider a bar. Asked for their hardest stuff. It was weird, which I like, but had almost no punch. Lightweight. Whoa.
Steady now.
That stuff must have a slow absorption rate. Whoops. Oh, Ryder. It's just... This museum reminds me of being on Haitiana during my indentured service as a student. They even have a whole section on the Remnant. I didn't come to Andromeda to follow in someone else's footsteps.
It didn't occur to you there'd be indigenous species here? Sentients with a rich history, leading full lives?
I guess.
Even so, the Angara barely have a foothold. Sure, they live among the ruins, but they haven't seen what we've already seen.
You might have a point there. Bet nobody here has ever outrun an ancient vault purification field, huh?
Nope.
Or spat in that Archon's ugly mug and lived to talk about it? That was nice work, by the way.
Thank you.
You're right. Not sure why, but ever since I packed up my apartment on the Nexus, something's crawled under my skin. But whatever it is, I promise, I'll get over it lickety-split.
You're fine, Peebee. We all need to cut loose once in a while.
That's awfully understanding of you, Ryder. You're a good egg. Think I'll stay in your operation a little while longer.
Yeah, no one here has outpaced a purification field, but I've done it 3 times. With varying levels of success. Sounds like Peebee wants to talk to me again. I guess everything was backlogged behind that Vold progress.
Oh, come on, think. Think! I need something.
Who are you talking to?
Ryder, shit! You shouldn't sneak up on someone like that. I'm just talking to myself. Don't tell me you never do that.
You seem stressed.
No kidding. I'm not built for this kind of homesteading. Don't like people knowing where I am, where my stuff is. Ugh!
What's your usual solution?
Usually, I cut bait. Scram, strike out on my own. When I felt like this back home, I'd look for a zero-G chamber, or at least an isolation tank. Someplace to just drift away. I could really use that now.
If I may, gravity can be overridden in the escape pod. You can create a zero-G chamber.
Of course! Sam, you're a genius. It's easy. It'll make a huge difference, Ryder. You'll see. You know, there's room for 2.
That's all I need to hear.
And this should do it. Close your eyes. Relax. Let yourself go. This hits the spot. Ryder?
Yeah?
There's something else that would relax me.
What's that?
You haven't taken the bait yet, but I'm not afraid of rejection. Wanna fool around? Doesn't matter if you have something else going on. I can be utterly discreet. Just fun. 2 people blowing off steam. No strings attached. Only if there's no strings.
That'll be fun.
Okay then. Say no more.
Oh, you mean... now? Here?
You do know what say no more means, right? Huh.
Whoa.
Huh. Oh, we're floating right into the,
Ouch. Who cares?
Ow!
Ow.
Right, Ryder?
No strings.
That was a weird scene. Floating around. I guess it's like, okay, they're floating around in a zero gravity thing, sure. Then it's like, we're gonna focus on this remnant tentacle monster for the entire scene. I'm like, that's odd. I guess it means they don't have to animate it, which unfortunately, it sounds cynical, but I think that's often why they make decisions they make, is stuff like that. At the moment, I have zero relationship with this character of any kind, with anybody. Like, I flirted once or twice with Vetra so far, so I'm like, sure, why not? Let Ryder have some fun or something, because everything's all cold and distant anyway around here. That was a quirk. Weird. Why do you do that? Alright, I'm leaving now. Goodbye. Holy crap, you sent me an email so fast. From Peebee, the chill. So much better. Typically I don't write things like this down, and if I do, I certainly don't send it and relinquish control of its use. But I kind of want this recorded for posterity. What we did, floating like that, figuring out how, and then figuring out how to make each other crazy, that was fun. You relaxed and invigorated me, all at once. Peebee. Stop saying invigorate, people writing this script. It's getting weird. Different characters are saying it now. We've got an anomaly here in Aya's system. It's probably related to what we're looking for.
Deploying probe.
Safe journeys. Let's just skip.
According to that astronomer on Aya, a satellite should be here.
I'm not detecting anything. If it was here, it's gone.
You mean destroyed?
I mean, gone. Destruction would leave debris. We've got nothing. Let's try another nav point.
We're fine. Wait. We're not detecting anything? But scanners picked up something and then we followed the scanners to here. What is that? How can you pick up nothing, something and nothing at the same time? Oh well, we got data, I suppose. Weird. Is the next nav point a different system? Yes, it is. In Sa-Bang. Are you ready for more exciting planet scanning action? Because that's what is in store for us. I really wish we could skip this, by the way. Because you can skip the planet-to-planet part, but not the system-to-system part.
This system looks mostly unexplored.
It was charted. Once. Then the Scourge happened. What's old is new.
Anomaly on sensors.
Oopsie. I wonder what she's referring to when she says that it looks like it's unexplored. Like what's her basis of exploration, I wonder? Is she like looking at Angaran star charts and looking at it being missing or something?
Picking up something. Probes launched.
And if it's missing from the charts, then how does Jarl know that it was ever researched in the first place, for example? Just trying to backtrack the logic of those statements. These planets are jammed together. Because one of them's so far off that the other ones are all like squished into one part of the screen because it all scales.
Anomaly detected.
Ooh, there's actually stuff on these planets instead of nothing, which is often the case.
Probe away. Satellite detected.
This is a Nexus one? Okay. Not the satellite we're looking for, but it'll give me Milky Way research data. It's weird how you can go to...
I'm picking up something.
I wonder what the exact meaning of some of that stuff is. You go to an existing structure created by the Nexus, and then it's like, here's some Milky Way research data. And I'm like, but we made that already. Didn't we already know everything about it? Maybe it just means that whatever that thing found somehow furthers the Milky Way. Man, I'm so happy that the majority of my exploration is done after they added the skip. Nothing here either.
Anomaly detected. Deploying probe. Getting a scan.
This may be the satellite we're looking for.
You're sure that astronomer's nav points are correct?
You seem to think so.
There's nothing out here.
The Scourge didn't swallow a satellite whole. You can't do that, right?
I'll let you know. Let's check other nav points.
I mean, the Scourge almost wiped out the Ark and the Nexus. It seems like it wouldn't have much trouble taking out the, taking out a single satellite.
Probes launched. Anomaly found.
Why can't I do this, to planets? I mean, I can do it to planets, but why can't I do this to, like, planets that we play on? They're apparently so resource-rich, I'd love to just jam probes on there and not have to drive to them. 19 EZO. It's not even a lot of it. When we scan these distant things, there's not even a lot of resources on them, so it's weird to have, not have the option to, scan the resource-rich planets that way. Or maybe the implication is that that's all you can get from a probe, is that that's all it can carry. I don't know if I fully buy that either. We intentionally drove straight through the middle of a Scourge cloud.
I forget how small we are.
That was like a bad route to take. Just driving straight through the cloud. Alright. More exciting planet scanning. They're sending me to multiple places I haven't sort of pushed through yet. We're making a lot of progress during this session on that planet scans total. I think I've gotten like 15 done in one sitting. Nothing there either.
Anomaly on sensors.
That definitely makes me all the more happy they added a skip. Because having to wait for the animation over and over again and then have nothing be there would be so frustrating. That's what's happening here, is none of these planets have things on them. You gotta make that 50 scan progress. Oh wow, none of them had a resource on them. Alright then. What else do we have?
Deploying probe. Getting a scan.
Let me guess. No Angaran satellite?
No, but I've got something else. Message buoy from an Angaran ship. They came here looking and didn't find anything either. Left a marker for us.
Must be the team our astronomer sent.
They headed to a new nav point. We should join the party.
The Combui. Well, I'm getting a lot of research points at least. Nothing else around here? Nope. Where's the last location? Whoop. Erickson. Of course. Yet another one of the places I haven't done. I've randomly dipped into a few of the systems to cover, but they're like perfectly threading the needle and getting some of the exact ones I haven't covered yet.
So this is where the human Ark first entered Helios?
Heck of a wake-up call.
So is Habitat 7 around here?
Anomaly on sensors. I'm picking up something.
Got something down here.
Probes launched.
You can actually pretty much always see the thing you're looking for too. But it's almost always like an obvious crater or some sort of dark spot or weird looking detail on the planet. There's Habitat 7. Anomaly found. Oh. It's your dad's corpse. We never retrieved it. Awkward. This place looks like a hellhole.
Anomaly on sensors. Probe away. Satellite detected.
Standard monitoring satellite. Its registration shows it was deployed accidentally from the Hyperion during its collision with the Scourge. So it's ours. If only we could have relied on its monitoring data instead of suicide missioning my dad to death.
Anomaly on sensors. Anomaly detected. Deploying probe. Tracking a huge mineral deposit.
More aluminum? Making some fast progress. We're only gonna have like 10 left soon. Last in the system is completely empty. Alright, now for the main event.
Deploying probe. I found something.
That's the research vessel Dr. Aridana informed us of. There are no life readings within.
She'll want to know.
That's a bad time, yeah. Completely destroyed shuttle. That's not the one we're here for, though, right? Not the one the Angaran sent me for. Sounds like both science teams might be in the same system. That's a much older mission.
Probe's launched. I found something. Stand by. I'm cutting through heavy interference from the Scourge.
We are pretty close for comfort.
Something's drifting just inside. Angaran ship. In pieces. No life signs.
Who did this? Ket?
I found the ship's log. Scanning and downloading. Scavengers. The Angara caught them stealing satellites. The Scavs fought back, and the Angara collided with the Scourge.
Can we find the Scavengers?
I have their ship's transponder ID. It's registered out of Kadara port.
Who's Scavengers, though? Angara Scavengers? Nexus Pirates? Could be literally anyone. Hell, the Ket could technically have Scavengers. Almost anyone. We're going to Kadara port. Is that exactly where I was going for the next main mission, too? It sure is. Alright. All roads point to Kadara.